welcome back to Living It Country. I'm Holly, and today we have another beautiful farmhouse tour to share today. And yet again, we have another tiny farmhouse, which I'm so excited to share today. And it is of my friend Regina from Tiny White Farmhouse, and she lives in a beautiful farmhouse, of course, full of antiques, and she just styles everything so beautifully. So I know you guys are gonna love her. I have her Instagram account linked in the description box below, so you guys can give her a follow, check her out, and go show her some love. Like always, I love sharing with you guys a product I've been loving, a home decor item, a product on sale, and today I'm excited because I purchased a Thrive Market box full of really good snacks for my kids and my family. And so I wanted to share that with you all today because they have an awesome promo code going on where if you are a first-time subscriber of the box, you guys can get a free gift. So I have a link down below if you guys want to check that out. But I'm excited to show you guys what I bought today. And my husband and kids have already gotten into it, so some of it's already gone. But that's okay, I'm gonna show you guys what I got, and let's go ahead and get started. Hey friends, I hope this is super fun for you guys. It's new for me to share this kind of thing, but I am loving it. As you guys can see, the Smart Sweets, those are like Swedish fish. We got 2 bags of those, and 100 calories for the whole bag. My husband ate both bags, and 3 grams of sugar, so that was a big hit for my hubby. We got some cream of chicken soup, basil soup, and what I love about all this stuff is it's a healthier option, and that's what we're trying to bring into our family. And so I was really excited to order this box. So we got some Very Good juice by the Honest Kids Company. My kids have had that before. We purchased it actually from Walmart, and the kids loved it. We have some Yum Earth, they're fruit snacks, and I tried those. They were really good. Those are already opened. And then the Yum Earth, they're organic pops with vitamin C. Those were a huge hit, especially with my little boy. They have really yummy flavors inside. And like I just said, we just got this box today, and my kids have already dug into it. The applesauce was really yummy. So a couple of these brands are actually by Thrive Market, which is cool. I think they're called Lara Bar. I actually didn't realize that they had kids ones. We haven't tried these yet. These are the chocolate chip. And then I actually ate one of the cinnamon swirl, and they were yummy. Then we got the fruit tape, which is like fruit roll-ups, and harvest snaps. Those are green pea crisp snacks, lightly salted. And then we have some freezer pops. We have not eaten those yet, but I'm excited to put those in the freezer, and especially on a hot day. It's kind of yucky out today, but this was the order that I placed, and I just thought it'd be fun to show you guys, and maybe you guys can score a free gift as well. So I'm so excited to share this, and let's go ahead and visit my friend Regina's home today.
Hi everybody, welcome to Tiny White Farmhouse. This is at my back door coming in. As you can see, this is my view every day I come home. Most of the time it's not this neat and clean, but that's my view. My house was built in 1939. It used to be in the city, and it was moved to the country for a relative, and it's a family home, so it's very special to us. Turning around, hopefully my lighting will be where you can see. I have a built-in. At one time this was the service porch, and it was taken in to enlarge the kitchen, which it's hard to believe that the kitchen was even smaller than it is now. The built-in holds all the pretty things, and the coffee bar that helps to keep me sane. This is where I come in, and the shoes go, and the purses go, and the keys go, and so it never looks this pretty or this neat, so I'm going to enjoy it while I can. Coming on around, you can see the original part of the kitchen there. It has been added onto and has so much construction that we had to plank the ceiling, which I really enjoyed. Didn't like painting it, but it has looked really pretty in here. At one time there was a range hood over the oven, and it became a grease catcher because I never used it. So I had it taken down, and I put a shelf over the oven. Kind of reminds me of my grandmother's when she used to have an old farmhouse, and she'd keep all the practical things there, but I keep all the pretty things. It just kind of gives me all the warm fuzzy feels. Coming around this way, you can see my pantry, which is brand new. I'm excited. This has changed my kitchen life. Where the bakery sign is at, my pantry used to be there, and it was so small and narrow I could never find anything. So I would wind up with 5 bags of sugar and 4 bags of flour, and then still go buy another bag. I'm not sure if y'all have ever done that, but it drove me crazy. So having the pantry sitting between the kitchen island and the oven has just been so wonderful. It's accessible. I've had sweet friends that know what I like, and I wanted it organized but random with vintage things. So they have found canisters and crates for me, and just all the vintage things to give it a vintage pantry feel. I love my bling, so I had a chandelier put in the pantry. Just kind of fancies it up. I know no real country pantry would have had a chandelier, but I do kind of like my bling. So I'm very proud of that. That's a project that has been finished only about a month now, and I've really enjoyed it. My kitchen island, I'm a DIYer, so I bought this. It was an old buffet or sideboard, or depending on what part of the country you're from, you would call it. I painted it and distressed it. I have really enjoyed that. That's been a lifesaver too, for all the drawers, for all the kitchen things that are hard to find. If you have a tiny house and you're looking for space, anytime you find something with small drawers or small doors and you can put on something and stack it, I recommend it, because you can tuck all the things away and make your space go further and more usable. As you can see on this side, I have another little cabinet there with a drawer, and I use it for pretty, and I use it for practicality too. I have Carrara marble I've had put over here, which I love the Carrara marble. I love the look of it. And on this side of my kitchen, I've not done anything. I was going to do Carrara marble, but I decided to kind of wait. I have another idea kind of forming in my brain, which is what gets me in trouble. I have open shelving, and I've had a lot of people ask me if I regret that, and no, I don't. I still love it, and I've had it for probably 2 years now. As you can see, I have unfinished projects. So I'm sorry, but one day in the near future, my dishwasher will go there, and I can see painting the cabinet then ripping it out. It's a lot of work. I have Myrtle sitting over here in the corner. She is my 1940s Hamilton Beach mixer, and yes, I still use her. I used her 2 weeks ago. She chugs right along, does her job, so as long as she keeps doing her job, she can sit there. Another feature in this house is my door. It's a swing door. It just kind of swings in and out. It can go both ways. And I painted it, and they had some new push plates put on it. But at one time, those were very normal in 1930s, 40s homes. Moving from the kitchen into my dining room, you can see on each side of my door here, I have built-ins. Those did not come with the house. They weren't. I had no built-ins. My son did that for me because I have a collection of turkey platters, which I love and I want to display. So he built those for me, and I have thoroughly enjoyed them. That was a very easy project. We weren't sure how that was going to go, but turned out to be a lot easier than we thought. And turning around here so you can see more of the dining room. As you can see, I have more bling in here. I'm not sure what my style is. It's more vintage, a little bit of formal, rustic. I'm not really sure. I just know what I like and I just put it all together. So professional decorators would probably frown upon that, but I love my bling. So, and I'm pretty sure in a 1939 house like this, there would not have been a chandelier like that. The shiplap, that wall right there. Not too long after I moved in, I had a relative tell me that he really thought there was shiplap underneath all the sheetrock. So one Friday night, I kept looking at it and I thought, I just wonder. So there in the corner on the wall with the mantle, I decided to dig a little hole in the sheetrock just so I could see back there and find out. And sure enough, I had shiplap. My whole house is shiplap. So by 3 o'clock in the morning, that whole wall was down and I have not stopped. I've exposed a lot of shiplap. Love it. I know a lot of people say it's trendy, but for me, there again, it gives me warm fuzzy feels. My grandmother in her old farmhouse, she had shiplap. The mantle on the wall, a friend gave to me, and she has a sister which is in the living room, and I will show you that one. It came out of a plantation home in North Louisiana, and she had no place for them, so she called and asked me if I wanted them, and of course I did. And as you can tell by the mantle, I did not refinish it. I didn't touch it. I left it as is, and I wish you could see the back. It's all black and charred where they had big roaring fires, and I can just imagine the stories it would tell if it could talk. On that side there is my buffet. My furniture is small. I have to keep it small because I have such little space. The picture, I love vintage pictures. I had a relative make me the frame, and I order vintage pictures offline, and I just change that with the seasons or my mood, whichever comes first. As I said, I'm a DIYer. I love to do things. The board you see on my buffet came off of the front porch, the original front porch, and I just glued them together. And I use it for whatever purpose I can think of. I like to find things that I can stack, that has texture, that I can display, anything I can think of that I can make. Across the dining room there, in the corner to the left, you will see an old chicken nester that I stood upright, and I use it as a corner shelf. Found that at a garage sale, I think. The church pew, I had wanted one for a long time, and we found this. My friend and I found two 10-foot pews from a 1920s church in the dumpster. So I stalked a pastor for a couple of days till he finally called me back and told us we could have them, So we got those, and I cut mine in half, and my daughter has the other half. That was a prized possession right there. We were so excited to find those in the dumpster. Couldn't believe it. So that's my tiny little dining room. My little Duncan 5 table. I have enjoyed that. And turning on around, now I'm in my living room. And this is my couch, my garage sale fine couch. It's a 1930s. It has the horsehair in the back, and a friend and my daughter came one weekend and we reupholstered it with drop cloth. I have learned since then that will not be my day job. That was a job. So, but it turned out really pretty, and I'm glad we did it. The experience was, I can now say I have had the experience. You will see I have vintage pictures. Love vintage pictures. Love to display them. So I have them everywhere. Vintage pictures, antique candlesticks, oil lamps, Crocs, antique books. Those are all my go-tos. So when I'm in a slump and I just don't know what to do, I grab those, and I feel like I'm in my comfort zone, and it kind of gives me inspiration. I like texture on my walls. I like things not all to be so flat, so I like texture. I like baskets, and I try to use those on my walls. I make my own pillow covers. That way I can change them out for the seasons and change colors. I can change rugs. If you want cheap, easy changes, pillow covers, rugs, throws, that type of thing, they can give you a new boost when you're feeling kind of like, oh, I need something different. Like I say, I keep my furniture small because it is so tight in here. This is the sister mantle right there. She sits in the living room, and I have a hearth there. There used to be an old heater right there back in 1939, but the radiator, I don't know if you can see that. I just found it a couple of days ago. It's an old Victorian radiator, and I love it. I was so excited when I found that. And of course on this side there's some of my Crocs and books. That piece I painted and chipped it up, tried to make it look like it came out of a barn. Stuck my TV in there, trying to hide it the best I can. Let's see if we can go in the hallway, see if the light is okay in here. Okay, here I have the old phone station. A relative, the children's, they call her Danny. She grew up in this house, and she said she can remember many, many, many nights laying there on the floor talking on the phone. That little LOO is a shout out to my granddaughter. When she messages me, she always starts with hello, and I call her O. So I painted the back of that with the chalkboard paint, and we have LOO. As you can see, tons of shiplap in here. The room before me and to the side, those are still off limits. One day, hopefully, they will be finished. They're works in progress. I have an antique dresser in the hallway with an antique mirror, and this is where I keep all my desk stuff and paperwork and that type of thing. I try to use every inch of space I can because I need it. I only have 2 closets. That in front of me is the air conditioning closet. So 2 closets in this house. You use every inch you can find. My bedroom is not finished. It is still a work in progress. Hopefully one day, before the room there, which used to be part of the front porch, it was turned into a very small bedroom, and there will be a little bit of wallpaper, French doors, chandelier, window seat, dressing area. So hopefully before Christmas that will be done. The wardrobe in front of me used to be my grandfather's, and it is late 1800s, and I use it. I wish I could say I have nothing but pretties to look at, but I have to use everything. As you can see, it's not decorated or anything. The bed is a 1923 from grandmother and grandfather. This was their wedding present, and I still use it. It is still going. So that was a vintage sewing machine. It was beyond saving. So I tore it apart and I used the base. I've used the drawers, anything that I can use. You've seen a lot of it scattered all over the house. If I can think of something to do with something, I do it. Over here on the coffee table is the top of the sewing machine. Over the couch was the little drawer in the sewing machine. So I try to make every part usable in my house. I can't stand the thought of throwing anything away, especially if it's vintage or antique. I love antiquing. I love antiques, so I try to hang on to everything. I want to thank Holly so much for this opportunity. It has been fun. She has been very patient with me. I'm not very familiar with videoing, and I want to thank you for watching, and I appreciate it. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.